Emails of congratulations from Wall Street to Main Street flooded my inbox. I'd done something no one had ever done in my industry. We negotiated 10 times our forward projected earnings in 2008 and 8 times our earnings over the next 3 years. Never has a company as small as ours in the direct selling industry been bought for as large a valuation as we'd gotten. In essence, we'd received something better than what we'd have gotten if we'd taken the company public. As I was walking on set to my Donny Deutsch appearance, I received a text from my girlfriend at the time, who was also on set. She was a model in NBC's Deal or No Deal. The text simply said, "You're going to be a father." Almost immediately after, I came to grips with the fact that I would be a father. Fatherhood is a serious thing to me, given that my biological father was a deadbeat. The U.S. economy went into a death spiral. A few short months, by December 2008, the president's economic advisor announced that the American economy had fallen into a depression. The announcement was paired with a report from the U.S. Department of Labor that more than 533,000 Americans had lost their jobs in November 2008, and 1.9 million Americans had become unemployed during that calendar year. And I had a firstborn child on the way. As a student of entrepreneurship, I knew this was a rare moment in history. Having studied capitalism and the impact of the Great Depression, I knew that 16 of today's Dow 30 companies were founded during a recession or depression. Corporate icons like General Electric, Johnson & Johnson, Procter & Gamble, and Disney were formed when times were tough. I started writing this book to rally the pioneering spirit in Americans, and I called it Nothing to Lose, after the mindset I used to climb out of poverty and become a multimillionaire CEO. Fast forward to December 2009. At this point, Visalis, the company I had just sold in a deal valued at $120 million, was worthless. Sales had dropped from $2.5 million a month to $600,000 over the year. That profitable future Bob Gergen had inscribed in my book was anything but. Blythe had lost faith in my business and written it off. The recession had exposed flaws in our business model, flaws that our over-consuming target customers didn't pay much attention to when they'd had access to credit cards and home equity lines. The value of their homes was appreciating and their incomes were on the rise. In good times, weak businesses prosper, and it turned out that I'd built a business based on good times. Blythe had paid me a premium for a company that was now worthless to them. All the executives who had fought to pay me the 10 times valuation that I had so vehemently negotiated in 2008 had egg on their faces. The people who were against the deal were proved right, and I was the poster boy for the guy who took a public company for a lot of money. That December, I was summoned to Blythe headquarters for a special meeting in the same boardroom I'd sat in to negotiate the terms of the sale of Visalis the year before. I was asked to come alone, but they did send out a suit from Greenwich, Connecticut headquarters to Los Angeles, who claimed to know more about my business because of his MBA, to babysit me while I prepared a presentation they wanted me to give at the meeting, so it would be up to their corporate standards. As it stood, I had put nearly $1 million of my own money into the business to try to revive it. I'd voluntarily agreed to a $1 a year salary the minute the economy went south. I had a newborn son to think about, and it worried me that I might have just bet his future as well as my own on a business that was about to die. The company needed at least $1 million more to get through the next few months, but that probably wasn't enough, and I knew it. I might need $2 million, maybe $3 million, and at this point, we had put $26 million into it. What I needed more than money was a beacon of hope. I needed my investors to look at me and say, "We know you're going to make it, Ryan. We believe in you as an entrepreneur. We are on board with your vision." It was a winter day in Greenwich. I put on my Sunday best and walked into that meeting. It was clear within seconds that nobody wanted to hear my presentation. They wanted to crucify me.